Hello traders, welcome back to our attempt at turning $1,500 into $100,000. So this is the first trade for this account. It'll be a stock, and the stock is MTN, which is a telco in South Africa. So there's a couple of things which kind of attracted me to this. MTN had some good results last week, and also there's some setups here which are looking very, very interesting. So I think first things first, let's just get our levels in. Okay, and then there's one down here. There. Okay, so the very first thing that I noticed is that we hit S3, so the pivot S3 monthly, which coincided with a daily S2, well, sorry, a weekly S2 weekly, and we rejected that level. So my entry on this trade was above here. Sorry, I'm already in on this trade, and my stop is down here. So I've taken 100 shares on cfds, which basically gives me a risk of around 500 and 468 odd rand. Okay, so that's kind of where I got in. So this is the daily chart that we're looking at now. So this pin bar, rejection bar off a level, there's two levels here. It's pretty strong. And then we had great follow through last week. So if we just look at the 4 hour here, yeah, sorry about these candles. My broker IG and Pro Real Time seem to be battling to get data in. So there's a couple of things here. So this is the 4 hour, and you can see how we've broken a trend line as well. So that trend line there, and if I copy that, it becomes a channel. So we've traded in this channel to the downside, hit this level, and we've broken out. I suspect we'll probably come back a little bit first and do a bit of sideways action before we move, but this is already a profitable trade at the moment. So if we just have a look at that, let's have a look at what the itchy cloud looks like. So you can see the on balance volume here. We almost have a double bottom. See that? So if I draw that line in there, we've got a double bottom there. But what we have here is we've got price moving to the downside. So you can see how that lines up there and that lines up there. So there's the first signal. And this is a 4 hour chart we're looking at. We've also broken through Tick Sen, and you can see how Kijun Sen's flattened out, Tick Sen flattened out as well. So the very first target that I'm looking for on this is going to be roughly around there. Okay, why? Because I suspect it'll hit Kijun Sen and bounce back before it actually moves up. Okay, and we are quite far away from there. So the cloud is also flattened out. So we're either just going to do a short little move back to test this level here before we continue on the downside, or alternatively, we're going to move to the upside. So remember what I said, sometimes I'll drill down to the 1 hour, and this is just one of those situations where I will. So you can see we've had a crossover of Tick Sen and Kijun Sen on the 1 hour, okay, which is a bullish signal on the hour, and we're sort of hitting the cloud. So probably a bit of sideways action to a bit of downward action before we get into the cloud, and then hopefully break through. So that is the first trade. And let's have a look at the 1 hour here as well, and we'll see what's happening on the Bill Williams environment. You'll firstly notice that from a Bollinger perspective, we were outside the Bollinger Band here, and we stepped inside the Bollinger Band here. That's a Bollinger double bottom or a W reversal, which has already played out. So your target on that would have been, that's basically the targets. So you can see how profit taking happened there. Okay, so that has played out. Close that, close that. So the important part here is we've got pivots in play. We bounced off the weekly pivot. We've got a breakout retest still to happen. So we could see a retest come down to this area, or we could a retest of the gap here on the hour. So there's definitely going to be some kind of a retest. And what I'm hoping for is that we have a retest that just comes back to either a 50% Fibonacci or worse, but as long as we don't break below this level here of 11,360, call it, then we should be fine for some bullish upside. So yeah, that's the first trade in. Entry was pretty much on the break of the 4-hour bar. So entry was pretty much on this green line here, 11,806, which is what the entry was, and stop is down here at 11,336. Okay, so that's the first trade. I'll keep you updated as to how we go along with it. Catch you later.